Welcome to the University of Birmingham. We're at the Bournebrook Arena. What a treat we have in store as we're here for the Group D final matchup of Iran against Morocco. There will be a slight delay possibly in time. A few technical issues, should only be a few minutes here and there, but we'll get on with the game as soon as we can. The teams are both walking out for the national anthems. Iran in the really stunning all-white kit with blue numbers, and the Moroccans with the all-red and white numbers. So the national anthems will take place. We'll respectfully listen to those, and then we'll get back across to you as soon as possible.
Please rise, if you are able, for the national anthem of Iran. Please remain standing if you are able for the national anthem of Morocco. Let's meet our two teams. Iran, goalkeeper number 1, Morteza Ramazani. Number 7, captain Hussein Rajapur. Number 8, Morteza Karoumi. Number 9, Saad Wahidi.
So the situation in this game coming up, I have Dixie Dean sat next to me, who will be relaying the finer points of this game. But as we go along, Dixie, just first of all, Iran sit third in Group D, but a win for them will mean that they'll leapfrog their Moroccan opponents, as we see Iran lining up number 1, Ramazani Shirku Morteza, number 7, Rajapur Hussein, number 8, Karima Morteza, number 9, Rahim Igasa Sadej, number 11, Shah Hosseini Adikani Ahmad Reza, and you can see the head coach Javad Felfeli and the substitutions and the guide Messam Shojahan. The Moroccan team is not on the screen for you, but I can let you know who the starting 5 are. Number 3, Hussam Gili. Number 4, Hicham Lamlas. Number 9, Zuhair Snizla. Number 10, the danger man with 3 goals already, Ada Razak Hatab, and the goalkeeper Sami Abara will take to the field to start off this game. The teams are being introduced at the halfway line right now, as you can see on your screen. But going back to the situation, so Iran sitting third in Group D, but a win for them will mean that they'll leapfrog Morocco today and jump into that quarter-final place. Morocco All they need is a draw to see them finish second or potentially first if Brazil are defeated in the final game to the day. Brazil could be defeated in the next game. They've not really shown the resilience and mettle that they sometimes show and kind of eke their way through to this point. So all to play for in this competition. Dixie, it looks a little bit more interesting than the Group A and Group B matchups we've witnessed.
Yeah, this is a really tight group. I think it's been compounded by the fact that Brazil have not been up to their usual standards, and I think they're quite disappointed. They've won 2 games, but they've struggled with those games. So I've seen Morocco obviously twice before this week, and they particularly impressed me. They're all action, very, very quick, very physical, and it's, from their point of view, it's going to be a really fast game. And I think the Iranians will play exactly the same because they've played really well in the 2 games that they've played as well, and were narrowly beaten by Brazil just by the odd goal. So I'm expecting a fiery encounter here, and they don't play a possession-based game like we've seen, like France were, sort of trying to keep hold of the ball and stuff. They're just a bit more one-dimensional, both teams really, and they'll just go for the jugular and straight down through the middle type of team. And so we're in for fireworks. It's going to be quicker than the last game, that's for sure. That's good. And the referees just going through their final preparations, deciding who's going to kick off with the team captains. And just as you said, Morocco are the team that have already registered a win. Iran have drawn 1, lost 1, but Morocco won 1, lost 1. But there's nothing really in it between these 2 teams, which makes it even more interesting. And I'm going to go first now, Dixie. Is that okay? Can I pick the winner? Or? Yeah, you try, because okay. My pint of Guinness is sitting on the counter. Well, I always like the underdog, so I'm going to go with Iran. And I'm going to say the big stage of the last game and the potential to make it through into that quarter-finals will play out. But on that subject, Dixie, you, a former England player, also a manager and now a referee, will have seen it all. What pre-game nerves will these players be experiencing right now? Well, the butterflies will be tumbling in the tummies a bit, really, because, as I say, it's do or die now for both of these teams. If Morocco have got a weakness in their side, and I don't like saying this particularly, the goalkeeper is a little bit suspect in my opinion. So if they can fire some shots into him and get around him, I think he could possibly cave in and be the weak link. But you watch, you'll go and prove me wrong now. But I expect, obviously if you're going for Iran, I've got to go for Morocco, haven't I? So I'll go for Morocco, and I might get a free holiday next year. You may be. It's no deal on that one. But the Moroccan keeper standing in the goals away from us. Morocco will play left to right in the red strip. The keeper in the bright yellow strip. There's no hiding for him, that's for sure. But Iran will be playing in the all white, their keeper in all black. The referee's just checking everything is okay with the management at the side. They will also check with the guide before those players start. And we're moments away from this Group D matchup. Morocco versus Iran from Birmingham. Yeah, I think we need a strong refereeing performance here, as it could easily get out of hand, this, because they're both quite fiery, these teams, and so are the benches. So they're not frightened of shouting and bawling at one another. So I think we need a strong performance by the referees. Morteza Karimi Amalam will kick off. He'll pass the ball down the left-hand side, and the number 7 for Iran, Rahapour, will chase that ball, but it will just go over the end line and give the chance for Morocco to throw the ball over the halfway line. It'll bounce just before it comes, otherwise it would have been a violation. Iran picked that ball up, and once again it's the number 9, Rahim Gasser, who takes over. Good tackle by the danger man, as you say. Snizler and Hatab, who will combine. Hatab sat deep in his defence right now, but Snizler takes it on and looks to attack.
Morocco having early possession down the left-hand side of the boards, and they go towards the goal line. Will it run out of play? Yes, it does. And that will result
as he's given the corner.
In a corner ball. So early pressure from the Moroccans and a good start from them to start off this game.
Seemed a little bit of confusion there, the Moroccans. And the Iranians thought it was a goal clearance, but the referees decided it's a corner, and a corner it will be.
Iran will form that three-man wall with an extra defender just inside the penalty area. The corner will be taken by the number 9, Snizler. He will come inside, he'll take it on, and look like there was a way through there, and it's taken over by the number 5, Bourret. Bourret goes into the box and he'll force another corner for the Moroccans, and good early sustained pressure from the men in red.
Yeah, they certainly started the strongest, quick out the blocks, pushing the Iranian team back, but we saw that in the last game as well, didn't we? That it's no indication to what the final result's going to be, but definitely a better start by Morocco.
No, a lot of goals have been scored on the counter-attack, but the last game was definitely a mirror of how the game was played. It was a good result at the end as a good shot comes in from Snizler, who's starting to get a little bit dominant, and he's having a little too much freedom if you're the Iran team. As Iran start the attack, it's with the number 8, Karim Alam.
Gone right up into the top corner, and the Moroccans have taken it across their own goal line and given the Iranians a corner.
Yeah, good pressure from the Iranian number 9 there. Rahim Igasa.
Sun's definitely beating down here now. It's really quite warm. It's been temperature's been cranking up all day, and it's hitting its peak now as the Iranians start there. Just on the edge of the box, trying to create an angle, and it's another corner.
As this corner's being taken by the Iranians, I will say, that the heat, surely that plays a part in this game, and you would possibly say, is it beneficial to people playing in different parts of the world? Does it suit their game more? Are they more used to the humidity? Or do you think these 15-minute halves, you think it does not matter? You think all the teams just leave everything out there?
Well, I think that the countries from sort of central and south are more used to the heat than what the North Europeans are, so they would find it easier. But it's warm, but it's not that warm, is it? It's a nice British summer's day, and
it is. And I mean, we're in a tent here, Dixie, but there is a breeze out on that field. That's a bit refreshing. The ball is with Snizler once again. He'll take it inside. Kind of a one-man band up front there, but he's doing a great job and taking it on. Nutmegs his defender and goes for the next ball. But a good tackle, and as you say, the speed of the game is off the charts.
Yeah, it's end-to-end, that's for sure. And we got Iran just outside the area, battling away there, but he's been dispossessed, and the number 4 for Morocco is bringing it forward.
Yeah, great tackle by Lamlas as he plays it through and comes to no avail as it's in the hands of the Iran goalkeeper. But we have an injury at the other end of the field. Don't want to speculate. It doesn't look serious, but sportingly, the referee and the opposing goalkeeper go and check on the Iran striker. He's looked like he's lost. His blindfold's just come up a little bit, so they're going to go and check on him.
Yeah, he's struggling back to his feet. No, he's back down again.
It doesn't look like he can continue. He's struggling getting to his feet.
Yeah, I didn't see anything particular there. But it's obviously happened when the corner was being taken from that top end.
Iran will be forced to make the early substitution as Mohammed Amin Rahim Zadedeme Rahab will come into the game.
Yeah, the physio's going on, so he's got to come off now. He has no choice. So they'll take him off up the other end, and have a look at him. It's obviously an ankle or a knee, the way he's hopping off.
And on goes the number 3, Mohammed, and he'll play a central role to start off with. He's drifting to the right as we see him come on, playing in that right back position as Iran will have the ball. The goalkeeper for Iran, Morteza Ramizana, will conduct traffic, as so often the keepers do in these games. Dixie.
Yeah, the keepers play a vital role, really, because they're the only players on the pitch who've got any sight. So, your defence is totally reliant on your keepers for giving really good, quality information out about location of players and where the gaps are and stuff like that. So they play a vital role.
The Iran defence there, hunting in packs, might you say, as they come up with the ball. 4 defenders around Snizzler as he was trying to attack, and he's quickly snuffed out. But Snizzler will regain this ball as number 8 picks his pocket for Iran, and he's on a nice run down the right-hand side and fashions a shot. Great footwork by Karimam Alim. Keeper's ball once again for Iran.
This will get quicker as it goes on. As the temperature rises, it'll get faster. It's got the makings of a really quick game.
There's the number 9 again, Raheem Igsa. It will roll through to the keeper. Doesn't want to pick that ball up. Doesn't want to chance it. And what a beautiful ball that was. Right to the feet of Snizzler. And he was able to pick that ball up without really knowing much about it. So good distribution.
Yes.
From the Moroccan goalkeeper. There's a chance to score. It comes up with absolutely nothing. He's crowded out by the Moroccan defence. How difficult is it, would you say, Dixie, to fashion a good shooting opportunity in those situations, 1 against 4?
Yeah, when you've got that many players in front of you, it's extremely difficult. Oh, he's had a good shot there, and that's just gone wide of the left and upright. Good shot by the Iranians there. Come out of nothing, really. And, it is difficult because there's not much space in there, and you just got to keep working the ball, and then you hope that there's going to, a gap develops and you can go into that gap.
Yeah, and Karimam Alam nearly spotted that gap and nearly threaded that ball into the corner, but we down the other end on the left-hand side of the boards. It's with that man Snizzler, and as he comes inside, he loses possession but gains it back, and it goes back the way of the Iranians, just across the halfway line. Here he is again, the number 8, weaving and believing as he goes into the last third of the field. It's a good tackle by the Moroccans as they regain possession deep into their own territory on the left-hand side. They'll bring that ball through the centre circle and across the halfway line. It comes to an Iranian jersey, and all the time in the world is well communicated by the coaching staff on the side. Good tackle by the Moroccans. And Dixie, not really many opportunities so far in this first 5 minutes.
No, we haven't had much goal
both teams feeling each other out, I would say.
Yeah, not much goal-mouth action, but that'll come, I'm sure of it. And it all depends who gets the first goal, I think. Here we go, the Iranians on the attack.
And what a goal
there you go.
Is. And did he shift gears just as we were speaking and saying not many attempts on goal? That man, Karimam Alim, decided to take matters into his own hands, and you're going to talk us through this replay. But before that happens, what a solo effort from the Iranian number 8.
He's picked the ball up on the halfway line. He's going down the centre. He's gone round one player, and he's about 8-9 metres out, and he's unleashed a right-footed shot into the corner. It was unstoppable. There was no hope for the Moroccan goalkeeper. That was the best outcome we could have wanted. If we wanted one team to score, it was going to be Iran, because Morocco have got to come out now, because this result puts Morocco out.
It does, and it's exactly what the doctor ordered for any neutral fan, and definitely any Iranians following this game. Snizzler will go down the left-hand side. It looks like he's the only person that they're willing to commit forward early on. I'm sure that will change, Dixie, the longer this game goes on and the more they have to chase the game, and you're exactly right. Adds a whole dimension to what's coming up in this next 8 minutes of this half.
Yes, it's that's they'll get on top of the game now. Morocco have got a free kick on the halfway line. It's a bit of a cynical foul by the Iranian, and so here we go again.
Good tackle there by the Moroccans, and definitely a threat. He's Karim Alam. He looks to be taking on matters into his own hands. He's already got a goal, and he's already shown he's willing to go forward and get another one. No sitting back for both the number 9 and the number 8 for Iran, as Morocco have a chance to come forward, and they'll try get that ball to Snizla.
It's out wide on the left-hand board. And Iranian fella's got it at the moment. He's going to have to be careful he doesn't go across the line and give a corner away. But he's done well there, and it's a goal clearance, much to the disgust of the Moroccans. Mr. Schnitzler's coming off.
He is, and that's an interesting one. Whether they're giving him just a tactical rest at this point. If it is Snizla, he doesn't really look like he wants to come off, but a timeout is called. They'll be able to talk about it further, and the Iranians just take a little bit of a timeout, noticing there's going to be a substitution for the Moroccans. And what will the Iranian coach be saying in this timeout now?
Well, he's going to be happy, isn't he? He's going to be saying, "Get me to halftime, like with a score like this, and let's not have any silly fouls or anything, and we can go from the half-time into another section of the game. We'll just split the game into like 3/3 in the second half, and just keep on trying to say, right, we'll get a clean sheet for the first 5 minutes, then a clean sheet for the second 5, and sort of break it into little bits rather than saying keep me a clean sheet for 15 minutes, which sounds a long time. But
just a little bit of a check, Dixie. How many thirds did you say?
You're catching me on my maths again, aren't you?
So, just to reiterate, Dixie did say over the 3/3.
Yeah. I think I'm right tonight. I say I'm right. 15 minutes divided by 3 is 5 minute thirds.
They can only be 3/3. They can never be anything else.
Right, okay, I'm glad about that. Right, so it's Snitzer definitely gone off? Yeah, I think he has.
And that's surprising for me, Dixie.
He was on fire, wasn't he?
He looked like he was the man, taking the fight to Iran, but maybe the coach has looked for something else that will work. But we haven't seen much of Hattab yet, and he's the danger man on 3 goals, so can't see the jersey numbers from here.
He's well bandaged up, whoever it is. He's got quite a strapping on his...
Yeah, and it is that man Hattab that's got the bandage on his legs, so he's the danger man on 3 goals already. Look for him to get the ball straight away, and he goes through and strikes it, and wow, rattles the bottom corner of the woodwork.
Still going.
What an introduction to this game.
Yeah, he's some player.
He is. Looks like he's taking a shot into the stomach as well, but I'm sure that won't stop him. But early signs indicate he's due another goal, as the Moroccans will bring the ball down the right-hand side against the boards. As with most players, when the ball comes close to them, they're not injured anymore. But then the ball goes out, and he's holding his stomach going back. So
we got a goal clearance for Iran.
It goes down the right against the boards, just crosses the halfway line, and the Iranians are on the attack again. Number 3 for Iran into the game. He was an early substitution forced.
Here we go. We got that man again.
But what skill and what speed this guy has. What a strike.
God, he's gone straight for the heart of the Iranian defence. Dropped the shoulder, gone to the right-hand side and unleashed a shot. And the keeper just happens to be standing in the way. He didn't move for it or anything. He just hit him. He was very lucky to stay on his feet.
Yeah, will he stop this ball? He's in another good position as he comes inside. And what skill by Hattab. He's another shooting opportunity. And it is only a matter of time, surely, Dixie, before he finds the net.
Yeah, he's twisting and turning, and he's still holding his stomach. but he's twisting and turning, and it's quite an acute angle, and the Iranian keeper stopped it with his outstretched right leg, and which is causing him some discomfort now, and the referee stopped the game while the keeper tries to stretch off a calf muscle or something.
I think the sheer power of the shot that hit him on the leg was the issue. I mean, we see the replay now, and it was stopped. Maybe the twist of the foot by the Iranian goalkeeper, but what an introduction from Hatab, and how surprising. Why did he start on the bench?
Well, they say he's heavily strapped, isn't he?
Yes.
And they were, as far as Morocco were concerned, they were, technically they were through to the quarterfinals. It's obviously the situation has changed, and the coach is saying, right, come on then, boy, let's have you on there. He's been on for 2 or 3 minutes and had 2 or 3 shots in that 2 or 3 minutes. So.
Yeah, could have had a hat-trick in that space of time, and he's only been on, for a short spell, and just injects that fire to this team. Certain players have been able to do that, as we've watched all day. Yeah, from the women's game to the men's game, there's been, the 2 Argentinian girls, that have just been here, were so dominant, and he looks like one of those players that's just head and shoulders above the other team.
Yeah, he's their main man, that's for sure, and he's some player, and they rely quite heavily on him, and they obviously want to use him sparingly and keep him fresh for the later rounds, and needs must now, because if the situation stays like this, Morocco won't be in the later rounds. So it's on you go, sunshine, with your bad knee, and get us a goal. I'll give you a rest.
Into the game for Iran comes Baki. He'll replace Rahim Igsa, who's given Iran a good spell in these first 9 minutes of the game. The ball will go down the left-hand side. It'll bounce off the boards. Iran will try to retain possession. It comes back over the halfway line. Morocco are on the attack. Down goes Hatab, and he's been in the thick of it already, but 3 Moroccan players managed to snuff out that Iranian attack, and back on the break, some thundering challenges coming in here, Dixie, and all legal, but all very, very physical, and a free kick finally given by the referee in favour of, it looks like, Iran.
Yeah, the Iranian lad was tagged, and the referee on the far side there has decided that's enough's enough, and that's a free kick to Iran.
Well, so frantic is the game where over halfway through this first half, it seems like it's just gone by in a blur, but the 1-0 lead from Iran still stands, and the Moroccans all of a sudden have their hands full. A good chip ball, which you say doesn't provide any sound, goes down the left-hand side of the Iranian attack. The Moroccans will regurgitate the ball off the boards, and they'll come down the right-hand side. It's a nice ball played to Hatab. He'll take it on. He'll just cross the halfway line, and he'll go on a run, but a good tackle by the number 4, Baki, who's just come into the game, and he gains the free kick, and we have a problem right now for Hatab. Let's hope he's being more animated than the injury suggests.
I'm just laughing about that. Hatab caused the incident and is giving away the foul. He then fell down and on top of the Iranian. The Iranians try to get up, then Hatab has rolled around away from him like he's been shot. and he's trying to get booked.
Are you implying, Dixie, there's a little bit of playmaking going on?
Yeah. And we got one of the Iranian coaches is looking down at us and he's saying what's going on here. We never touched him, and he's quite right. He wasn't touched at all.
Corner ball given as the Iranians felt the presence of Hatab behind them and quickly got rid of that ball for a corner. Was nobody there, but they weren't to know, as Hatab is applying this pressure as he's come in the game. And let's see if he has another opportunity to get a shot. He's the spare man in the box for the Iranians. The question is, can they get it to him? He still looks like he's struggling with that midsection as the Iranians the Moroccans take this corner, Dixie, but Hatab looks like he's struggling a little bit in the centre.
Yeah, he'll be struggling till he gets the ball.
He will, and off he goes after that ball now. He'll pick it up on the right-hand side, and suddenly
4
he's
Iranians
healed.
around him.
Look at the defensive pressure from Iran. And that was nearly came through, the number 11.
Yeah. He's done
For
that.
Iran, Mohsini Shah was there just to stop that, but another goal scoring opportunity presented itself for the Moroccans.
Yeah, Iran taking the ball across the field on their attacking third, and the Moroccans battling away with their number 4.
Such is the threat of the counter-attack that it looks like in general teams don't want to push too many players forward, because the kind of blanket defense that's applied. Look, all 3 players
that's
are
a foul,
around, and that is a foul.
Yeah. There's no problem lying down on the floor to stop the ball if there's no other player around you.
Yeah.
But Hattab was stood there, and the Iranian just lay down on the floor directly behind him. So you can see that's dangerous, because if Hattab turns to run, he's just going to go over the top of him. So that would be a free kick to Morocco, and with him on the pitch, I would say it's a dangerous area.
Yeah, and both Pereira and Hattab central right on the last third for Morocco, and they have a chance of a scoring opportunity. The wall is a 4-man wall, so down the sides, the right-hand side and the left-hand side is still going to be open, but Dixie, we can see this ball, and if it's played with any power and it's to the right, we're not really fancying our chances in this tent. As
I'm behind you.
Dixie just pass me a helmet to protect myself, but the amount of power that Hattab has in his shot suggests that this could trouble the keeper. The question is, which side will he try to gain the advantage? He goes down the left side, moves it to the left, and you could see he was trying to bend that ball around that wall, but doesn't come off for him. But he's once again on the attack, and he's through on goal, and the left foot shot saved by the keeper, but down that left side, just cutting in field, fires in an absolute sizzler.
Looking at the replay, he's twisted, turned, got into the left hand side, and the keeper somehow he didn't look like he was set at all, and I thought, he's going to fumble this into the net, but he's managed to shovel it round the corner. Didn't look pretty, but it was effective.
The score suggests that Iran have been on top, but it's been far from it. It's been one-way traffic, really, since that Iranian goal. Corner ball, Morocco, down this right-hand side. Lamlas will cross that ball. Go through, no harm, and it's in the hands of the Iranian goalkeeper. He'll bounce it out down the left. It's a nicely weighted throw and controlled well by the Iranian number 4. He'll switch play across to the number 3 for Iran, but Morocco will come up with this ball. Physical contest on the boards, not so much like Spain played, but still very physical. Totally different game than the Spain-France one.
Yeah,
more at speed, and this is a chance.
This
is a chance for Hattab.
He's lost his bearings.
He has lost his bearings, but so tough because that ball escaped from him and got about 3 yards ahead, and in the blind category, such a tough thing to do is chase that ball down and hit it on the move, but
my words,
just scuffed his lines. If anyone can do it, he can.
He was quick, wasn't he? He was travelling across the ground at some rate of knots.
He was. Good defensive work from Hattab as well. He'll come forward once again if he goes right. And he smashes that one, and it hits the crossbar, and a one-man machine.
Via the goalkeeper. The keeper's put a touch on that.
Abdurazak Hattab testing the palms there, and you're right, Dixie. What a fantastic save from Morteza.
You've seen it again.
Ramanzani. That is He's right in the roof of the net if he does not get a touch to that. Ball fired. It ended up at least 40 yards over the crossbar in terms of the distance it travelled after it left the field of play. Such a powerful shot.
And more importantly, it's touched it over the crossbar and over the top of our tent. Not in it. So we've got number 4 for Arant coming off, and number 9's gone on. And we still got 3 minutes left of this half.
The Iranians will go into their customary 3-man wall just inside the penalty area. The man over, and it's not the man over now, is Hatta, but he's closely marked by the Iranian defenders. Taking the corner from this right-hand side will be Lamlas and Bouare. Bouare will take over. He'll cross it. Hatib will go after and get this ball, but he doesn't. Once again, he's going into the box. He's throwing himself around a little bit now. Yeah. Dixie trying to win the free kick, and that's a good tackle.
He's holding it every time he goes down. He holds his stomach. Then all of a sudden he's up, and there's something on the floor there. It looks like a pair of eye shades to me. So he'll stop the game. Find the player who's lost the eye shades. Oh, there he is. And we'll have an uncontested drop ball. Well, it might be contested. It all depends who had the ball. I didn't see. Yeah, looks like it's a contested drop ball.
Hattab is set up to try gain an advantage and go down the left-hand side using the boards. He knows exactly where he is on the field, and he wins that battle and does so. He'll cut into the middle of the field, and his speed just puts so much pressure on this Iranian defence.
And he didn't say voy, so he's giving a foul away there.
Yep, free kick given. You must say voy if you go for the ball. Communication is of the essence in this game, and once again he goes back, Dixie, and holds that stomach.
Yeah, it takes the pressure off a run now, doesn't it? It gives him a free kick, lets him slow it down a little bit.
It does, and it's unbelievable that they've been under so much pressure, yet it looks like they're going to be going into the half 1-0 up.
Yeah, it does look like that. We've got, just over 2 minutes to go, and a terrible throw by the keeper again.
But he's been the least busy of all those players.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, the keeper, Sami Abara from Morocco, has had very little to do.
No, something he's had to do.
And here again he is. There's that man. Looks like there's a little bit of afters, and he doesn't like that. Hattab.
Yeah, he's quite a volatile character.
Any team that plays against this guy will know you have to get around him and make things difficult, and you can see how he's frustrated. He just keeps running and running and running, and that time sent to make contact with every Iranian player on the pitch, and there was no way through as the ball goes back into the Moroccan keeper's hands, and he'll roll that ball out to the left, and Morocco will mount another attack.
Yeah, with every opportunity, either if it's from the keeper or from the defender, that's what Morocco are doing. They're looking for a tab, and he's adept at throwing himself around, that's for sure. But he must be a nightmare to mark. He's all action.
It's kind of like one of those centre forwards who's just a constant pain, and you know he's there.
Yeah.
Good run by the Moroccans again, and good defending there. Taking no chances was the Iranian number 9. Rahim Igsa just put that ball out for safety as the Moroccans look to get another goal-scoring chance. With just over 1 minute remaining here at the Bournebrook Arena in Birmingham, it remains Iran with that early goal, and Morocco definitely chasing the game 1-0 behind as it stands. Player for Iran just making sure his shoelaces are tied, and the Iranian goalie goes out and brings him back into that 2-man wall.
Yeah, Hattab's just off the centre of the goal, loitering around. Winding up the Iranian defender close to him, no doubt.
The Moroccans will run the film. It comes across, and Hatab just slow to react. Would have had a scoring opportunity, but he has another shot. And is there anything that man can't do?
Yeah, he's running so quickly when he hits it, isn't he? It's very difficult for the Iranians to get close to him.
It is, but here's a rare counter-attack. Yeah. And the Iranians straight up the other end, and this one is end-to-end here. And the number 9 for Iran ventured into that box. Rahim Igza cut inside, and he's earned the free kick about 3 or 4 yards just behind that final third, Dixie.
Yeah, it's a nice central position again. And it's another foul, but I don't think we're going to get. Oh, that makes them on 4, Morocco. But there's only 50 seconds to go, so the chances of that developing anymore is pretty slim. But they got a good opportunity around here, and if they can get another goal, that's going to set the second half up for a right royal battle. And I know who will be leading that battle. A certain young man with surname starts with a H and finishes with a P.
Yeah, you did highlight him before the game, and you're exactly right. He has been the star of the show, and surprising he started on the bench, but like you say, nursing an injury as the shot comes in from Iran. And will that ball go for a corner? It's kept him well by the Moroccan defence as they regurgitate another attack. It'll be deep into it, and it will roll out, I think. It will go out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Iran goalkeeper.
Yeah, and from that last free kick, it was drilled in, and it was that man, Hitab again.
Oh, Iran cut inside and a chance to score. Good defending there by the Moroccans. A last-ditched attempt to clear that ball, but for all the play that the Moroccans have, Iran could have gone in 2-0 up.
Oh,
Hatab is extremely quick.
Oh, I felt for the Iranian goalkeeper then. I thought, oh, he's going to get clattered yet.
He is extremely quick. As anywhere that ball is, he'll go through and try get that ball, as the Iranian keeper feared for his life as Hatab bared down on him with another scoring opportunity. And true to form, there's Hatab hits the deck.
It's on his stomach again.
So, the score in Birmingham at the Bournemouth Arena is surprisingly Iran 1, Morocco 0. We'll pick this one up going into the second half as soon as we have a little bit of a break in the action, and hope you join us for the last 15 minutes to see who in this Group D can get through into this quarter-final stage. From me and Dixie, it's goodbye for the moment. We'll see you for the second half.
It's fast, technical and tense. This is your guide to five-a-side football. There are 5 players per team, 4 outfield players and a goalkeeper. The aim of the sport is to score a goal by kicking the ball into your opponent's goal, and at the end of the game, whoever scored the most wins. Players must wear eye shades to ensure that all players have the same level of vision. That is apart from the goalkeepers, who aren't required to wear eye shades and can be fully sighted. Their job is to keep the ball from going in the goal behind them. But how do the players on the field know where the ball, or indeed the goal, is? Well, the ball in blind football is specially designed to make sound whenever it moves. Also, each team has a guide behind the opposition goal to help direct them. Each player is required to shout "Voy" when going for the ball. This ensures every player has the cues they need to help build a picture of what's going on and what to do next in defence or attack. To help this, total silence is required from the crowd until a goal goes in. Voy is Spanish for go, and it was the Spanish who were credited with originally developing blind football in the 1920s. As well as the Paralympics, teams from all corners of the world can compete at World, European, Asian, African and America's Championships, as well as a World Grand Prix.
Blind football can be played by both men and women, with the historic first Women's World Championships coming up in 2023.
So what are you waiting for? Give it a try.
IBSA, International Blind Sports Federation, presents, with the support of the International Paralympic Committee, IBSA Anti-Doping App, the first application of its kind in the Paralympic movement, specifically designed for blind and visually impaired people. Athletes, coaches, medical staff, managers, and the public in general now have a powerful tool to stay focused on the principles of clean sport. Scrolling down the main menu, you can find all the important themes you need to know to play fair and be alert to testing procedures and necessary adaptations for athletes with visual impairments. IBSA gives top priority to anti-doping control, being the only international federation with 3 sports in the Paralympic family: goalball, football, and judo. IBSA Anti-Doping App has external links, namely to WADA, where our sport agents can always find the most updated information, especially the list of prohibited substances and methods. Glory in sport can only be achieved by the athlete's awareness of their rights and responsibilities. You can find them on the IBSA Anti-Doping App. IBSA is continuously promoting anti-doping education to all its affiliate athletes and sport agents, not only about the consequences of the use of doping and the risk of using supplements. IBSA believes that education is the major tool to fight doping in sport. Informed athletes can make better decisions. Download the app now at the usual operating system stores.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have seen history being made today.
Such a great team at these championships.
IBSA. Beyond sight. Feel the sport.
Welcome back for the second half here at the University of Birmingham. Bournebrook Arena is the setting and the beautiful sunshine shining down on us with a half-time score. Surprisingly, is Iran 1, Morocco 0. I'm joined once again by Dixie Dean, the legendary England player, coach, and now referee. And no doubt he'll be advising us on all those subjects without any holding back. Dixie, what do you make of that first half?
Yeah, it was some first half, and obviously the Iranians got their goal, and which changed the complexion straight away. And Morocco started without Hatab, and as soon as they went 1-0 down, they brought him on, and he's totally turned the game around in Morocco's favour. But there's a scoreline still 1-0 to Iran. He's still got some more work to do. But his presence on the pitch has sent shockwaves through the Iranian defence.
It has, and him and Drioff will start this possession, and a quick shot by Drioff, clear intent of the Moroccans as they're playing right to left, and they test the keeper with that first shot. The ball is coming back, and a scoring opportunity, but a great tackle by the Moroccan defence, but that ball is still alive, and the keeper was alert to everything. And the danger looks like it's gone as the Moroccans come away into that Iran half. But should that ball find Hatab here, he's in on goal as he's all on his own for a brief second. And just as that ball comes across, we will do when we get a break. As soon as that ball comes across, the Moroccans intercept it and they go back down the field. And we can't take his eyes off this one right now as it started at a frantic pace. And that, Dixie, will be suiting this Moroccan team.
Yeah, you're Hatab. Oh, he's had a shot and it's been... Oh.
Is that a back pass? I mean, Hatab had the shot before.
Yeah.
But did the keeper use his hands? What is illegal and okay in that situation, Dixie?
Well, to be fair, if it was a back pass and he's used his hands, it's an indirect free kick on the edge of the box. I was looking at Hatab because he was not happy about something else, and he was waving his arms around in the air and being very vocal about something.
Yeah,
he did use his hands.
He did.
He quickly took his hands off it, but he used his hands to stop the ball.
On to the next play, and the next play is Iran's corner. They'll have a chance to breathe a little bit, but just as we have them cutting in field, we have that man Hatab who picks the ball across, takes it through. Will he be on goal? It's a great tackle, but he still has possession, and he has the ability to come back inside and somehow fashion a free kick in a dangerous position. But just before you go to that, Dixie, can we please say hello to the 1,200 viewers we have currently on YouTube? You know, an amazing amount of people following this one, showing that blind sport is popular all around the world. Hope you're enjoying the game, guys. And there's plenty more left in this one with 13 minutes remaining. Iran lead Morocco, but a free kick to the Moroccans. A chance to come back, Dixie.
Yeah, it's about 9 metres from the goal, slightly left of centre. And obviously Hitab's over it, and with the number 8 behind him, but it's obviously going to be the Moroccan number 10 who's going to take charge of this free kick, and we'll wait for the referee to get ready and get everything sorted out, and he's happy, then he'll pass it over to the guy behind the goal.
When I'm looking at that 4-man wall, Dixie, it's so difficult to see any kind of opportunity to see that net. It just looks like they've got all angles covered, so we will see if Hatab is able to shift that ball maybe down the right-hand side. If anyone can fashion a strike from here, he can. Let's see.
Yep, we're ready to go.
And he does move it onto the right foot. He gets a strike, but it's well blocked by the Iranian defence. And if nothing else, how organised has this Iranian defence been so far?
Yeah, they've worked really hard. Oh, the referee's decided it's a goal clearance. They've been really well organised and sticking to their tasks really well, and they're getting in and around the Moroccan number 10 any time he gets the ball, so doing a good job. And here come the Moroccans again.
as they venture inside that centre circle, and a good ball. It's one that Hattab for once won't catch, but a great idea from Lamlas as he tried to get Hattab on the move, and just maybe the communication was just off as the two Moroccans tried to gain an advantage. The ball is down the left-hand side. It's a good tackle, but it's deemed an unfair one as Lamlas just caught his opponent. And we're going to go and check. That was a fierce challenge. No intent there, Dixie, but just caught him.
Yeah, he's gone over. It was a fantastic ball out from the Iranians down the left-hand channel. He's hit it, 25, 30 metres and straight to feet. And he didn't roll it. He fairly well smacked it down into that corner. And the Iranians brought it under control really well. And obviously the Moroccan defence has gone out to where the ball is, and he's gone out a little bit quick, and they've made contact with one another. So that's a direct free kick to Iran.
Was well controlled by Raheem IBSA, and he's over this one. Chance for them to put this game out of reach, and who would put it beyond them to just fashion a goal out of nothing, which will be so demoralising for these Moroccans who've had the lion's share of possession. The guy just letting them know where the posts are. They're about 5 metres out on the left-hand side, just across from the boards. It's another corner ball to the Iranians. They'll be more than happy that ball's down the other end of the field.
Yeah, as long as it stays down there, they're going to be well pleased with this. We still got 12 and 3/4 minutes to go. Using me fractions as well now, Jace.
Hey, I'm proud of you, Dixie. You've come so far today.
And the Iranians have still got in control of the ball, and I say all the time the ball's down there, they're going to be happy. We've got a lot of teams watching from the stands, other teams.
Good competition on the side of the boards there, and the Iranians will come in feeling shooting opportunity, but just fluff these lines. Nothing comes of it as Morocco break free. And a bad challenge. Could there have been an advantage played there, Dixie?
Oh, no, I don't. All right, I think that is the Iranian player who committed the foul. Looks to me like I don't quite sure what he's done. Could be dislocation of his shoulder. He's in some sort of pain, so the physios are coming on to him.
Looks like he's in a lot of pain. Not something you want to see.
No. It's happened directly in front of us. It's definitely shoulder.
Putting things in perspective, he does look like he's twisted his shoulder slightly. The player down, as he's been so often, is the number 9, Raheem IBSA. He looks like he's just being calmed down a little bit, and he looks like he's going to be stood up. He'll get to his feet, which is good news. Yeah. It looks like he's just jarred the shoulder. So probably one of those injuries, but he looks a lot more comfortable than when he first went down.
Yeah, there was definitely a yelp from him as he hit the ground, and he's going to be taken off, and the substitute will come on.
Yeah, the crowd applauds him as he goes off. He's really putting a shift, but the substitute coming on has big shoes to fill. But would you go more defensive now, bringing on a player with over 12 minutes left? Yeah. Still at that 1-0 advantage. Is it too early?
Yes, it's a long time to defend, isn't it? If you're going to make that call, especially with the Moroccan number 10 on the pitch, who we know can hit a ball from almost anywhere.
It is, and just to remind the fans watching, as the ball is in the centre of field, that the Iranians need a win. So right now, the Iranians would go through in second place, but the Moroccans only need a draw, so that one goal is so priceless. The next goal, for me, is the deciding goal. The Iranians come inside, and what a nice tackle. A well-timed tackle.
Yeah, that was a brilliant block by the
Keeley.
Moroccans. Excellent, because that if he'd made contact with that and it had got away from him, that was goal-bound, and I don't think the keeper would have stopped it. It was a great block.
The ball is with Iran. It comes down the right-hand side, but it's picked off by Hattab. As he goes into the box, he'll have a shooting opportunity. Just fizzes that one wide, but once again, there's that man. He'll take a while to get back to his feet, But once that ball comes to him again, he'll be in full flight.
Oh, he just comes alive, doesn't he?
He does.
Arana got the ball down the far board, down the left-hand board, trying to make progress down there, but the Moroccans have won it again, and they punt the ball forward. They're looking for the Moroccan 10 Hatab all the time, and they need a little bit more quality into him.
They're almost happy. They're almost happy, Dixie, to punt that ball downfield in the vicinity of Hatab and let him see what he can do. But it's a big ask because he's got to track down every ball. But there he goes through. And is that a free kick?
No.
It's play on. Incidental contact. Not much doing, would you say, there, Dixie?
No, he lost control of that ball. The ball was 5 or 6 metres in front of him. It was rolling out, and it was just a coming together, really. And he hasn't made a big thing about it either, which is good to see.
Ball is back down the left side with Baki. He's done a really good job since he's come back into this game. Had a lot of possession for the Iranians. It's down the right-hand side now. Looks like it's going out, but kept in by the Moroccans. And the Moroccan red goes the other way. It's the next onslaught coming at Iran as a great run by the Moroccan number 3 and a great shot. A little bit too far out to trouble the goalie, but there's the intent again. And the Moroccans can take it from the length of the field and really test the opposition keeper. Really good game here, Dixie.
Yeah, it was a good run by the 3 there. He travelled some distance and he got a reasonable strike away. But, the Iranian keeper covered the area really well and got away. Here we go. Here's your man. Oh, leaves 2 Iranians in his wake. He's still on the ball, going out to the left-hand board. Cuts back in again. He's still battling one. He's still got it. He's on the floor. He's up. He's still got it. It's amazing. He's lost out now. And the Iranians come down the left-hand board.
You know, an elite level competition, Dixie. We talk about athletes and players leaving everything out there. And Hatab has given every sinew of his body to this one, and he just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah.
As Iran break free, and there's a chance to run in on goal perhaps for the Iranian number 8. Just caught his heels, but he would have had a chance to put this game to bed. And back we go. Helter-skelter football right here.
Yeah, it's switching backwards and forwards, ebbing and flowing all the time.
As Drioff took a tumble, but the ball remains in play. Nothing given once again. Drioff will pick up possession. And it's over to the number 4 for Morocco as he goes into the centre circle. Pressured well once again by Baki, who's been in the thick of things since he came on. But I know why you're sighing, because that ball nearly came to the main man, Hatab.
Yeah, there's no volley by the Iranian, so we're going to have a free kick to Morocco. They've got to be careful with this, Iranians. What they don't want to do is to get into that position. They give them 4 fouls away and get a stupid 8-metre penalty against them, and they get a draw from ill discipline, really. So you've got to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, the referee just having a word with the Iranian coach. You know, temperatures have flared over. There's no timeout being called, so certain players thought there was a timeout, went to get a drink. And the referee said, let's get on with play. So standing over the ball, it's at the halfway line, just inside the Moroccan half, down the left-hand side. And the impressive Drioff will take over with this one as he dribbles into the Iranian half. He'll go down the left side. He cuts inwards and almost got inside that Iranian defence and could have had a goal-scoring opportunity then.
Yeah, he's still battling for it on this board in front of us. He's got 2 or 3 Iranians around him, but he's battling and battling. He's not coming out. Hatab's gone over there as well, help him out. Still battling against the wall. And the Iranians have managed to clear it down the pitch.
Nice touch once again by Drioff. He'll lose out to that man Baki, who's been so good for these Iranians. He's been on his own at times, but he's carried the torch for this team. And Drioff is tackled well, greatly timed tackle there by the Iranians. They'll bring it back over the halfway line, and it's a one-on-one. It's a well-timed tackle by the number 3 for Morocco. And once again, a chance goes begging. That ball will still remain in, and it'll be well controlled by the Moroccans. They're set off from their own goal line. Coming into the centre circle, and the ball is just a bit too far. And even Hattab won't catch that. The problem there was, as the keeper was trying to instigate an attack, he crossed into that next third, and am I right in saying, Dixie, then the keeper cannot communicate
what he should
with his players? Yeah.
Sometimes they do, he shouldn't, but they need, if they're looking for a Hattab up front, they need to get the quality of the ball into him a little bit better. It's a bit wayward at the moment, and they're just expecting him to pick everything up. They probably need to work the ball a little bit more, get a bit closer to him, and then feed him in, where they can be a little bit more accurate. But
so it will be a Iran goalie throw-in, but is it time with 7 minutes left? Iran leading 1-0 as they pick the ball up deep into the Moroccan half, and it's play on, advantage played. But is it time to see that Snizzler-Hattab combination up front? Would you go with that? Because right now it doesn't look like, for all the possession that Morocco are having, they're testing Iran enough in that goal.
Yeah, you're spot on right. I think I would have Snizzler on now. If he's fit and able to play. With just under 7 minutes to go, I think I would have him on the pitch and get the two of them up front. And some of these long balls might stick then. But at the moment, you've just got Hattab up front, and he can't cover the whole. It's a good tackle. It's
a great tackle, and it's a great run by the Iranians. And the Iranians have still got the potential to score on the break. They're probably fashioning the better chances of the last 4 or 5 minutes, as the referee just stops play and checks that the blindfold is on of one of the Moroccan players. But this game is fairly even right now to me, and at 6 minutes, I would like to see a change in the Moroccan lineup in terms of, do you go for it, do you not?
Well, they've got to go for it, haven't they? But I would be inclined to get Snizzler on it if I was the Moroccan coach. As I say, the Moroccan coach is obviously, he's more aware of, has Snizzler got an issue and we don't know about?
Yeah.
That's the only reason I can think of. That's going to be a corner. That's the only reason I can think of that he's not on there, that he's got an issue, because, you're losing, you're going out the tournament, you've got 6 minutes to play, and you've got a player sitting next to you who is probably one of the better forward-thinking players in your squad.
But
you haven't got him on the pitch.
But right now, Dixie, in any sport at this point, things have to be changed, and you're not talking about just a one-off game. You're playing for all the marbles right here. So
yeah,
I would go and I would play those two up front. However, this is my first experience of blind football, and I'm beginning to sound like I know what I'm talking about, but please correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right. You're right. It's no different from any other football. That was close.
That was a clear-cut chance by Hattab, as we were just talking. He found himself in the box from the right-hand side and scuffed that one. And sorry, Dixie, you were saying?
Yeah, well, it's like the FA Cup quarter-final, isn't it? And it's like you've got, for argument's sake, Liverpool playing, they're losing 1-0, and they've had Ian Rush sat on the bench for 85 minutes. You're going to put him on, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? And it's no different.
For all our YouTube viewers, Ian Rush is a very, very old Liverpool player that used to play for Liverpool. He is the record scorer for Liverpool, so, Dixie was relating back to how prolific he was as a goal scorer. But just to relate that to our younger YouTube generation who don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm just trying to illustrate a fact that if you've got someone of Snitzler's, he's got ability, he's a great hold-up man, and he can help Hattab up front. You're losing, you're going out this tournament, 6 minutes to go, and he's still on the bench, and I can't see any sign of him coming on. They're not even warming him up.
No, I can't. And as we have got a break in play, Dixie Dean famous for not only what he's done within blind sport, but try and Google Dixie Dean at any point, you won't get any joy. The legendary Everton striker who's passed away years ago, Dixie Dean, will always come up on your Google search. So Infamous Dixie Dean over here, very, very difficult to find, and we had a bit of a laugh and a joke about that this morning as I was trying to find out who I was commentating with, and to no avail. So,
yeah,
the elusive Dixie Dean.
I like to go under the radar.
Ball will be easily picked up. Oh no, it won't. It'll run through to the Iranian, and they will create another corner. And with 6 minutes left, you will be so happy as the Iranian coach if you knew that ball was to stay in the corner of the field. Do the Iranians make any changes? I mean, do they go more defensive, or do they just keep playing and riding their luck? And one up, they must be in dreamland right now.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, because they don't look. They seem to have weathered the storm from Hattab, and
here they have another chance of scoring. And
they're making chances for themselves.
Sorry to interrupt, Dixie, but that was a clear-cut chance, and you were saying about them making chances.
Yeah, so no, I wouldn't do anything if I was them.
Good tackle from the Iranian number 6. That ball will go out, and it'll look like it's a goalkeeper's throw-in.
Yep.
The Moroccan goalkeeper will throw it right, and it's to that man Hattab. He picks it up, and what a nice first touch inside. But it comes across to Drioff. Drioff, more than capable, forces the corner, and the chance to fashion something from this corner kick.
And still no sign of Snisler. He must be injured. He has to be.
He must be. I love how the clock stops. There's no chance of time wasting, Dixie, going down the final stretches of the game. The only way that the ball can be slowed down is if you keep possession as a team. Really, it can't be, it can't be slowed down. The ball has to come in from a certain amount of seconds, and just the game keeps flowing.
Well, you're going with blind football. You're going to get 15 minutes each way of solid football.
Yeah.
So it's 15 minutes of action, as opposed to a Premier League game which is 90 minutes long, and you're lucky if you get 60 minutes of it actually any action going on. The other 30 odd minutes is nonsense and ball out of play and play acting, and so this even though it's a short format, you do get, as I say, the solid 15 minutes of football.
And just as we were talking, that man again, Hattab, went on one of his mazy runs, and he's just found himself with a free kick going into the final third, just a little bit outside.
There we go.
Of the Iran final third. And is this the time?
That was the final free kick for the Iranians.
To introduce Snisler. It's not yet, but as you say, the final free kick in terms of the foul count. So they'll advance the ball. Will the Moroccans, on every foul that comes up next, must be an advantage with 5 minutes 26 to play.
Well, especially with his habit, the way he hits the ball from anywhere on the pitch. Give him a free hit at the goal from 8 metres. He's going to be well pleased.
And he moves left. He goes onto his left foot, squares that ball, and just runs out of room. Nowhere to beat the keeper. As the Iranian goalkeeper had that one easily covered.
They're going to have to be well disciplined now, the Iranians. They cannot give another foul away.
And that's easier said than done with Hattab going into the box, but a good tackle from the Iranians. A collision means that one of them goes down, but the Moroccans trying to get the ball, and here he is on the left peg. Oh, what a goal-saving tackle, surely, by the Iranian defenders.
They've got to be so careful, get the boys in, not too much aggression on the bodily contact.
It's nice skill by the Moroccan number 8. He'll pick it up, but he's facing the boards, which is a disadvantage in terms of being able to.
And it's a corner.
In, but it is a corner ball.
I've got sweaty palms, yeah. I'm getting all hot and bothered in the tent.
Well, it's very hot in this tent, but the fire is definitely on the field in more ways than one. And when you're looking at the score and you say it's only 1-0, it's been far from boring. Both these teams have really put each other under pressure
Yeah, they put a display on this afternoon. We had a couple of nil-nillers in the week last week, and I said in the commentary then there's nil-nils and there's nil-nils.
Yeah.
And the nil-nils we got in the week were fantastic. And as the ball flashes across, no danger for the Iranian goal there. The big number 4 from Morocco is trying to make progress down this left-hand board.
The Iranians will be more than happy, though, how they've defended, because it doesn't seem like the Moroccans have had too much of a clear opportunity to score. They've huffed and puffed, but this house just isn't coming down right now, and the Iranians resolute with how they're defending.
Yeah, since the half-time break, I can't remember any near misses by Hitab at all. When he come on, he was very electric, and he had 4 or 5 really good chances straight away.
It's a good tackle by Lamlas as the ball moves, and here's Hatab, and that is and saved by the woodwork. We couldn't even see that ball move, but what a shot by Hatab. How unlucky is he not to score there?
Yeah, hopefully we'll see that one again in an appropriate time.
It's a free kick given away to the Iranians, and we're definitely going to see that one back.
Oh, it was absolutely fabulous. He hit it so hard. He's on the edge there. He's hit it so hard the actual goalpost had jumped up in the air. It was incredible smash against the post.
And the keeper didn't have a chance. So unlucky.
Well, it's a good job it wasn't anywhere near the keeper who had taken his head off. My word. That was some strike. And he was running so quickly when he struck it as well. It's a really difficult skill as a blind person to do that. And I know we keep banging on about Snisler, but there's still no sign of him coming on. So it's going to be down to Hatab and him alone.
Yeah, and Hatab there, I mean, we go through the skill of him chasing that ball down. It's on the move, and with no vision to be able to catch up with that ball and crack it at such speed. What an amazing athlete that man is.
Oh, it was incredible because he was going at some rate of knots, and he's absolutely he won't connect with a better ball than that, I'm sure you.
The ball will bounce late, but it's watched by the goalkeeper for Morocco. He'll have a chance to throw that ball down in a timeout, and is this the chance to talk things over for Morocco and come up with a final strategy in these last 3 minutes and 16 seconds, Dixie?
Yeah, well, Morocco have called the timeout, so yeah, I can imagine the Morocco coach is saying, we have to draw another foul. We've got to draw another foul. So let's get running with the ball, keep it moving, keep it close to your feet, get them frustrated so they come in and commit a foul, and we'll give the wee man, the number 10, the ball from 80 metres and let him have a go, because you can imagine how hard he's going to hit that 8-metre shot, based on that last shot he had. So
take us through that scenario, Dixie. The foul limit has been exceeded by these Iranians, and the next foul, if it's anywhere on the pitch, or how will that result? How will that be an advantage to these Moroccans? What will happen quickly before we start the game?
Quickly, wherever the foul happens, it could be in their own penalty area. The referee will run down, he'll pick the ball up, and he'll take it all the way up to the other end, put it down on the 8-metre spot and say, there you go, so have a crack from there.
Right, so a massive advantage. And the question is how they do that. My theory would be get the ball to the feet of that man Hatab.
Yeah, well, anyone running with the ball, anyone who can keep the ball nicely tight into their feet, if they're running forwards, you've only got to get a nudge and go down, and the referee's going to be looking at you on the favourable position. Which there's a delay. There's one of the Iranians that's been repatched, so you're not missing anything. We're just filling in. The only time that would be different, when I said he'll run from wherever the free kick is on the pitch, if the foul occurs closer to the goal than 8 metres, so it could be 7 metres from the goal the foul occurs, the player then has the choice. He can take it from where the foul occurs, or he can go and take it to the spot.
Okay, so well clarified by Dixie Dean, but the 3 minutes 16 seconds left. Iran still lead somehow against Colombia. That is enough to make Iran leapfrog the Colombians and go into that quarter-final. A goal is needed from Morocco, sorry. The ball goes across. The Moroccans have a chance to shoot. But it's once again snuffed out. And here's Hatab, and he'll blast that ball. Too much of a narrow angle for him to score there. But he's still huffing and puffing, and he's still weaving and believing, Dixie.
Yes, he's hitting it from all over the place. We've got an Iranian player down at the moment, so the clock has stopped again. Yeah, he just hits it from anywhere. He's got such a powerful shot on him that I think he believes he can score from anywhere on the pitch.
I think all of us believe that. Whenever he seems to get the ball, it looks like he's going to score. The surprising thing is,
he hasn't.
It's still 0 for the Moroccans.
And the ball's come up to the other end, and the Iranians have got the ball into the attacking third, which is where they want it.
It has, and smartly defended by the Iranian number 4 as he doesn't give away that free kick that you were talking about, Dixie. But taking over the ball is Hatab. Will he come away with it? No, he won't. He's marked out by 4 Iranian defenders, and once again the ball is down deep into the Moroccan half. They do have possession slightly, but it's to no advantage unless that ball is moved forward into a goal-scoring position. Hatab will chase. He has a chance to go through. He'll win the battle, and he goes into the box, and a free kick is given. But was that inside the box?
No, it was outside the box. The Iranian player is going to be booked, and this is what I was saying. That's about a metre outside the penalty area. So the referee now will give. Well, I'm assuming it's going to be Hitab if he can get up. We'll give him the option. They'll say to him, right, you can either take it from the point where you were taken down, or we can come across and you take it from the 8-metre spot, which is obviously centre to the goal. So it's your choice. So he's back up on his feet. I can't believe that it's going to be anyone else bar him taking this penalty, this 8-metre penalty. So at the moment...
So the scenario is, for all you people listening, that ball is just to the right-hand side of the penalty area. It's about a metre, as we see the faces of some of the Moroccans and Iranians in the crowd, and mixed emotions. But they're going to move the ball into the centre.
Yeah, he's decided, now I don't like this spot. I'd rather be in the middle. So the Iranians are going to have to retreat behind the ball.
More or less like a penalty kick.
Yeah, it's exactly the same, but it's just 2 metres further out. So the Iranians will have to go back behind the ball and be at least 5 metres from the ball.
And the way Hatab strikes this ball, you can only see one outcome. But the test is, can Morteza Ramizana stand tall? He's done everything he can to stop these Moroccans scoring in this game. He just needs, with 1 minute remaining, one more save. I reiterate, this is what's at stake. Sorry, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
This is what is at stake. A goal for Morocco changes everything and puts them through to the quarter-final.
Yeah.
No goal and remaining at 1-0 will see Iran go through. So such a big moment within this blind sport.
He must concentrate on getting it on target. If he gets it on target with the power he hits the ball, unless it's, he's going to score unless the keeper can do, a miraculous save or something. But I'll tell you something, I don't think I want to be in goal with him hitting the ball.
No, the guide is checking the post. The ball is more or less in the penalty spot position, maybe a metre back. It's dead central. He'll take a run up. He comes and he blasts the ball wide, and the Iranians breathe life again. Everybody exhale. And that was the moment you feel, Dixie, that was going to seal it.
Jason, can you remember what I said to you this morning on penalties about players putting the ball down and taking 3 or 4 steps back?
Yeah.
Why do they do it? The chance of the error coming from doing that is so great. I just can't believe it. He's done it.
And it wasn't just wide, it was probably the worst shot he's taken all game from a stationary ball.
With no pressure. He had no pressure. Well, he had the pressure, obviously, the penalty, but there was no physical pressure on him. He had all the time in the world to get himself set. And, just for the viewers at home, what he's done is he's put the ball down and he's taken 3 steps away from the ball and then tried to run up and hit it.
Replay coming. I mean, he didn't just miss by a fraction. It was about a metre wide. But just to put in perspective, you're playing with no sight and the crowd is into it. The other players are talking and all of a sudden it becomes silent. Does that add extra pressure onto the penalty kick taker?
Yeah, for sure. There's extra mental pressure. But as I say, there's so many variables. If you step back off the ball and you run, if your stride is slightly wrong, you're not going to make a decent contact with the ball. And he's, I'm sure he did it in one of the other games earlier in part of the week. They had an 8-metre penalty, and I'm sure he did exactly the same. I'm just bewildered why. Because he's so powerful, he doesn't need to do that.
He is, but he's at it again, and he goes inside. He has a chance to score.
That's a good save
and clatters the keeper in the process.
That is a good save by the keeper.
Morteza Ramazana standing up and being countered. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. He has kept his side single-handedly in this competition.
My word, he's taking a clatter in there. Oh, that was brave to go down in there.
Still results in a Moroccan corner, and at this stage of the game, a 1-0 advantage with only 1 minute 16. There will only be one outcome, but you would not put it past these Moroccans to fashion a goal.
No,
take this one even
it's only going to
further.
be another little foul, and we get the man on again on the 8-metre penalty spot, and you'd like to think he'd learn from his lesson, learn a lesson, and just take 2 steps back. And to my mind, it's simple mathematics. If you take 3 or 4 steps back, you've got a 25. You got a higher percentage chance of something going wrong. If you take less steps back, the percentage is less. And
there you go with your maths again, Dixie.
No. Yeah, but football is all about angles, isn't it? And
it is. It makes common sense to do that, but there must be a method to these guys. He's a phenomenal player.
Oh, he's absolutely class.
Hatab, and he's been the bright spark in this game, all game round. Number one, I can't believe he started on the subs bench, but that might have been because he's slightly injured. He came on, but he's given it his all. But the big surprise for both of us is no sign of Snizzler. But the game resumes, and Hatab has the ball. He's going away from the goal he needs to be going at, but he regains it and turns round, and he comes again and takes another shot. It rebounds off the boards, and it's still in play. And it just goes over the end line. It'll be a goalkeeper throw-in with 59 seconds left. The clock is Iran's friend. Still somehow 1-0 up. Can they see this out? And can they defeat the odds and go through into the quarterfinals? Hatab will bound down that right side, but as you say, Dixie, one free kick given to the Moroccans could change everything.
The Iranians have got it at the moment, right out on the board, just killing
and
the
they
time.
come inside, and can he kill the game
off?
Oh,
he's hit the
what
post.
A save! It was tipped onto the post by the Moroccan keeper, and how decisive will that be? Will there be another foul?
Yurka Morocco.
Oh, and Hatab, a little bit over-exuberant, gets in the way.
Oh, we're down to the last 15 seconds. It's a goal clearance here. They've got one more attack. One more attack.
And it's at Hatab's feet, and if anyone can do it, he can. He turns and shoots. And with 7.5 seconds, surely now the Iranians are smelling that victory. One last throw-in, and that will do it. 4 seconds remaining, and what a result for these Iranians to go through. And can you believe the outcome? Doesn't seem fair, Dixie. What's your take on it all?
Well, what a fantastic! Well, my take is what a fantastic performance by the Iranians. They, There's players on the floor everywhere. The Iranian keeper's on the floor with his head buried into the turf. Another Iranian on the halfway line. And loads of Moroccans all lying on the floor. And the Iranian coach and staff are coming on, picking their players up and saying, come on, you should be celebrating, not lying around on the floor. And yeah, what a fantastic performance by the Iranians.
Absolute devastation from the Moroccans, who gave it their all, from the goalkeeper to the man of the moment, Hattab, and they just couldn't get the job done. But we have to congratulate Iran on an improbable victory, and as it stands, there is only one more game to be played in this round to decide who will be the final 8th team to join all these other 7 teams. We'll bring you up to date with who's in the quarter-final, and the Brazil-Mexico game will start not so long away. So please tune in. Thanks for all the viewers on the YouTube channel. There's definitely been a great attendance number, but as you can see on the screen, the score finishes Iran number 1, Morocco 0. From me and Dixie Dean, we'll see you soon for Brazil and Mexico. Goodbye for now.